Leadership to me is an opportunity to be part of a greater good and part of the community, to set an example and be a role model for others.
It means guiding and presenting a face and a representation of who you are and what you represent to many people.
It doesn't mean actually doing everything or having to know all the answers, but enabling a group of people to get to their end goal.
Leadership to me means sharing skills and knowledge that each individual person has with a larger group of people so everybody can continue to learn and grow off of one another.
It's helping people grow, helping organizations grow, making an impact with people or improving the lives of people, or it's taking control of what the next steps are.
If you set a good example, then people tend to follow it.
Well, volunteering and making connections are extremely important. In the time and age we live in today, the budget constraints and budget challenges that various corporations and even budget challenges that the public safety communities have, even the fire service community, we rely on our volunteers to support us and help us with non-budgetary items.
If we didn't volunteer, if we didn't connect with each other, either to raise others up or be raised by them, what's the purpose?
Volunteerism is important because we get so caught up in our own lives, and it's so important to make connections with all walks of life.
I think it's important to be aware of your social responsibilities in your community. You're always going to have those less fortunate than you. Encouraging others around you to give back to those less fortunate, and you never know at some point in your life when you might need to be on the receiving end of that spectrum.
If you have something that you truly believe in and you're striving to make a difference, you need to reach back and make sure that others who feel the same way and who have the same drive are able to achieve the same things that you're trying to achieve.
A lot of times in a community, the volunteers are the glue that holds it together.
I think to be a volunteer in the fight against MS is important because people receive appeals in the mail every day, and depending on if they've started giving to anything, they're going to get 7 or 8 in some weeks. And it's not as personable as having a volunteer actually who knows you or who will call on you and explain why they're giving their time and what the impact is on MS.
I have MS. I would like people to view me as someone who is passionate, and through my passion, look at what I've done as I am not my disease. I am someone who has led a charge as a warrior fighting the good fight against MS.
I'm hoping that my involvement can be a positive thing for the community overall, to show that people with MS don't have anything less to contribute than anybody else.
I am a person living with MS. I've been diagnosed for about 12 or 13 years, and I was in a denial for several of those years. And being a part of this program, the 2015 leadership class, is allowing me to take ownership and actually being okay with living with MS.
I, for one, was not aware of it until about a year ago when my best friend was diagnosed. So I think it's really important, and the more I've reached out to people in fundraising, the more I learn how many people it really does affect. So I just think it's more important for everybody to be aware of it.
I'd like to, of course, raise money for it, but it's more about awareness of it. It just impacts so many more people's lives than I had knowledge of prior. And it's in a really big way.
To hear the reality that there still isn't a cure, that really brings perspective that coping with MS and actually eventually finding that cure are completely different things. And I think that's what we need to make people aware of.
I would say 3 words: pay it forward. You have to celebrate your successes by giving back.
Let's face it, we all have jobs, we have careers, we have things that we have to do to make a living. But we also need to have that career, that job be consistent with other aspects of our lives that are important. And if corporations are involved and support these efforts, not only will employees feel that they're being supported, but they'll actually be better employees.
With corporate responsibility, really involves make sure they take care of their employees so their employees can take care of the corporation.
It allows them to support the diversity within its organization, people who could be affected by chronic illnesses, and therefore it really just shows not only support to their people but the community as a whole.
They have a lot of assets, a lot of influence on their people, and I think it's kind of a top-down approach. Corporations can lead by example by having their employees, inspiring them to go out and do community service and things like MS leadership.
A corporation is a collection of people. That corporation exists in society. It has a brand, it has a function, and I would argue it has a heartbeat. And as a collection of people, it has a responsibility to those people and to those communities to step up when there is an outcry for help.
Since I was eating lunch, is there anything in my teeth?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Can we get that one more time without looking at the paper?
Yes. I can't say it again. Okay.
Hey, what's up, Margo? How are you? I'm sorry I got lights shining in my face.
I can't, I'm sorry, I'm kind of flubbing. But I know what I want to say, I just can't say it.
I would like for my involvement in the MS community to, sorry, what was the question?
Class for me. Oh, sorry, no.
It's huge to make sorry, can I start?
I don't think it's necessarily